Yo, what is up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna be talking about how to kind of get to the top level, or how to be one of the best players in Fortnite. I guess you could apply that to anything really in life, because it's pretty much kind of like the same formula. Like once you figure out how to get really good at something, you can get really good at other areas of life, right? And like a little background about me, if you don't know, originally when I moved to Fortnite, I was a Dead by Daylight player. Like I had minimal FPS experience as far as mouse and keyboard went. I played Call of Duty competitively, where I competed in LANs and there.
I'm following you, I'm following you, I'm following you.
I got him. Yo! Let's fucking go!
I had some success. I was pretty good in controller, but as far as mouse and keyboard, I hadn't really shown any success. So one of the hardest things for that was just learning, right? So I needed to learn about, like what DPI even was, what your mouse was, what your peripherals were. So the first step, obviously, is getting comfortable with your peripherals, your mouse pad, etc., etc. You just kind of have to tune and try things and figure out what's best for you. Like I use a Glorious XXL because I like to rest my whole arm on my desk. For me, that was crucial. Finding the right mouse, the right sensitivity. The easiest way to do that, look at what pros use and just kind of pick based on what feels good for you and whatever you are comfortable with. And one of the biggest things to accept and understand is that you're not going to be the best overnight, right? It takes time. It takes a lot of practice. For me, I mean, it took a long time of just accepting and getting whomped on by better players in order to get really good. And obviously, I don't put as much time into competitive Fortnite as I did in the past. That's because I have obviously other priorities as well now, like YouTube, Twitch, etc. But if you want to get really good, the best way to do it is to find people with the same mindset as you. You have to find people that are grinding, that are practicing, that are trying to improve actively. Obviously, the one way to do that is I mean, you take examples, right? So there's players that, well, we'll start with me, right? So I started playing in the pro chord with Dennis, Cloaksy, Jalmock, and Space Lion. And from there, you kind of mingle with people, right? You talk to other pro players, you talk to other people that are signed, and I just started practicing with them and getting better and better each day by losing, essentially. The more you lost against these good players, it would make it easier against every other player that wasn't as good. And eventually, you can get pretty good to where you can start to go 50-50 with those players, and then, hey, maybe you can start beating them. It's weird to say, but let's look at an example of not everyone's going to be right. Hey, bud, you want to join FaZe? You're good, man. Let's join FaZe. Not everyone has the same opportunity as me. I get that. So if you're a new player and you're trying to get in to improve and get better, I mean, the easiest way to do it, not the easiest way, but one of the ways to do it, right, is taking a look at players that really had no name. And they came out of nowhere, and they kind of started grinding, and they somehow mingled their way into these friend groups of the best players. So someone that I'll look at, right, is this kid, LazeRP. If you don't know who LazeRP is, he's a signed player now. But back in the day, like, there's clips of him just basically getting his name in there by friendly stream sniping, whatever, placing well, whatever you want. But he actively involved himself in the communities of all these people. And whether or not you think he's, that's one way to do it, right? He's now signed. He now places pretty well. He's a good player, but getting your name out there and trying to mingle with these people is the best way to get better, right? Because you want to be like them. You want to fight them. You want to improve off them. And the best way to do it is just involve yourself with those communities. So if you want to get better, you have to try to play with the best players. And obviously, placing well will do that too. So with there's solo events, there's trio events, you have to just grind and figure out a way to improve every single day. One of the best ways to do that, right, everyone talks about is Kovacs. So if you're a mouse and keyboard player, Kovacs every day. Creative, whatever it is, you just have to really grind and watch what the best players are doing, review what they're doing, and apply it to your own gameplay. Take whatever they do that's good and apply it to your game. Okay, another valid point that is somewhat mute now is getting in early, right? So when a new game comes out, if you start grinding that early and you put in a bunch of time in beforehand, it's hard to catch up, right? Because if people are constantly grinding, like even right now, if people have been grinding since the beginning, it's hard to catch those people because they've been so consistently on the top and continue to grind every single day that when people get better, they get better too. They get better with them. So they're always ahead. So the issue is that you have to put in more work, right? How do you catch someone who's ahead of you, who's also grinding. You have to put in more time, or you have to work a lot smarter. And the best way to do that is using, maps like Raiders Peace Control map. We didn't have that 2 years ago, right? That map's insane. It lets you practice your hard edits, practice your tunnels, etc., and get opinions from other players, right? Like say, hey man, like could you, I really respect your opinion. I respect how you play. Could you sit down and look at my stuff? I'm sure if you value people's opinions and you're respectful, they'll give you some of your time if you can garner some respect from them that way. One of the major things is just not to be hard on yourself and to just work every day on getting a little bit better. And eventually, you can get really, really good. Because there's a lot of players that in the past weren't on top, weren't doing really well, but they continued to grind and they continue to basically just put the effort forth every single day to get a little bit better, and they slowly have caught up to the very top players. You can look at back in my old videos, right? There's for example, Susscript. That guy looked like a banana bot in this one clip. I boogie bomb him, I kill him, and it just looks like a random AI. But no, it's not. This guy's now on top. He's doing really well, and it's the grind, man. In Winter Royale, right? I don't know how good Dubs did, but he didn't do amazingly. And then here he comes. He's double qualifying, triple qualifying, quad qualifying for World Cup. Dominating now. Joined FaZe, right? Everyone thought he was cheating, and now he's on a pro org, and he's just killing it. So it's just a matter of putting in the effort, right? Every single day to get a little bit better. Trying to mingle with the best players, right? You need good practice. So if you're not playing against the best players every day or the really good players, you try to somehow get into there, whether it's wagers or whatever you want to do. And then on top of it, it's just understanding that you're going to have to catch up, and it's going to take time, and that your results today or tomorrow doesn't mean that your results a month from now or 4 months from now or 6 months from now won't improve, or you won't be able to get to the top. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions or what you guys think. But yeah, this is a different kind of video. I know it's not necessarily Mr. Funny Man video, but I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's just a video that I wanted to make, so I'm making it, man. And I'm trying to post more on YouTube, and I'm forcing myself to make sure that I record every day, and we try to put some content out there for you guys on the tube, because I've been slacking on that. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below. Leave a comment, man. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys are trying to get better, or you guys just don't care, and you're just like, yeah, man, you're a funny dude, Tom. I like you. Either way, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace!